Notre Dame's third straight game with over 200 yards on the ground. They are a force on offense. So, AP top 10, you got some L's already hung. You got some teams down. You got that Vanderbilt-Alabama game still going on. You had number 14, Iowa State, losing earlier today to Cincinnati. So, the biggest shock, though, as we sit here right now, Chris Sims, has got to be Penn State. And we saw them just last week go toe-to-toe. Look like they may be able to pull it out with one of the best teams in the country in Oregon. What happened?
Well, we've seen a few teams a little bit of the sleep at the wheel who played big games last week, right? Alabama took a little while going to Georgia today. We saw Washington struggle against Maryland. I think Penn State fell into that too. Like you just said, hey, we were kind of good. We kind of played toe-to-toe with Oregon. Yeah, we're pretty good. Oh, we're going to go out there to 0-4 winless UCLA and just win the football game. Again, unimaginative on the offensive side of the ball. It's a struggle. The big disappointment was the defense today,
100%.
though. Nico was awesome, like Joshua said, and they moved the ball consistently on Penn State throughout the day.
They went out and spent money to get the highest paid defensive coordinator in the country in Jim Knowles from a national championship program. And then they go and do this to a team that has struggled to score points against pretty much everyone they played. It was looking down at a winless season. And now you're at Penn State. You've suddenly got 2 losses. And we all penciled them into the college football playoff. And now you've got Ohio State and Indiana still there. You've probably got to beat Ohio State to even have a chance now.
Yeah. It's really crazy. And on a week when you lose a game to Oregon the way that they did last week, like, what is game week like? How are you preparing? What are the conversations like? How much are you listening to the media? Then you pair that with the long trip, which we know James Franklin has complained about. They got to go 2 hours to the airport, fly cross country. And you get a UCLA team that's probably looking at Penn State and saying, they're wounded right now. They don't think that we can compete with them, and we're going to go out there and give them our best shot. Had a surprise onside kick early in that game.
Brilliant.
The recipe for this one was Penn State maybe being a little bit off after last week, but UCLA, the intensity they played that game with, phenomenal.
And offensive coordinator changed this week, right? Jerry Neuheisel took over calling plays. You mentioned the onside, the surprise onside kick. There were a lot of things that were different about what UCLA was doing offensively, too, and they clearly had juice.
And give credit to John Fanta talking to us at the end of that game. He brought up, if you're a Notre Dame fan still watching here, you got 2 losses early on. Now you see Texas maybe 2 losses. Now you see Penn State early with 2 losses, with 2 still to come here. And so that college football playoff picture, I know we don't want to talk about it too early, but it is still very
The bubble is bubbling.